Hare Krishna. On behalf of the governing body commission of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, we extend a very warm and grateful welcome to all of you for attending the 5th ILS. Hare Krishna. We truly appreciate your efforts in getting here from many, many parts of the world, from many busy engagements in devotional service. The GBC will be here today with us. They interrupted their meetings, or rather this is part of their meetings for the first 2 days. They interrupted their meetings to be here with you all. And we have the chairperson of the GBC, His Holiness Bhakti Vaibhav Maharaj, who will introduce this event. His Holiness Bhakti Vaibhav Maharaj is already for the second time the chairperson of the governing body commission, and he has a very extensive zonal responsibility going from parts of Russia to Mongolia to parts of Europe, Finland, Albania, Czech Republic, and so on. And you may be pleased to know that he is one of the initiators of this effort, the GBC strategic planning. He was the chairman in 2006 when this effort of the GBC to be more strategic for the future is started. So it's with great pleasure that we are going to listen from him. Ladies and gentlemen, His Holiness Bhakti Vaibhav Swami Maharaj.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pachayane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashadyadi Shatayane. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasri Gaur Bhaktavinda Vansha Kalpatarupacha Kipa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the theme for the Leadership Sanga, Iskcon Leadership Sanga, is, as you can see, help guide Iskcon into the future. I would like to give you a few very powerful quotes related to this theme. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. The past cannot be changed. The future is yet in your power. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. The past is your lesson, the present is your gift, and the future is your motivation. Our interest is in the future because we are going to spend the rest of our lives there. Hare Krishna. So those who joined Srila Prabhupada's mission in the 60s and 70s, they're very, very anxious to see the Iskcon leadership, Iskcon management, in the hands of competent leaders. Our leaders must be trained, they must be educated to become more efficient, more competent. And also, like a Srila Prabhupada, he is the embodiment, personification of a goal orientation. So our leaders also have to become much more goal-oriented. The Srila Prabhupada, he wanted to see practical results for the pleasure of his Guru Maharaj and for the pleasure of Sri Krishna. There's a very interesting proverb. Data beats emotions. Data beats emotions. The data refers to results we can count, we can record, we can measure. And emotions, we know, we all have emotions. But often emotions refer to dreams. We dream about the future. But data, meaning results, it is so much more important. It beats emotions. The data means how many temples did we open or construct last year? How many books did we distribute? 100,000, million, 10 million? How many devotees joined Iskcon last year? 100,000, million, 10 millions, 20 millions? And the list goes on. How many temples did we, how many schools did we open? How many Varnashram colleges did we open? And the list goes on. How do we envision the International Society for Krishna Consciousness in the 10 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years, or even 10,000 years from now? We heard this question many times before, but it is like a large cloud hovering above our heads, and it doesn't move away. This question will come up again and again. How do we envision the future of Krishna consciousness from now? Of course, we know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prediction, the desires of our previous acharyas, of Srila Prabhupada, we know. But it is a great, tremendous responsibility on part of our Iskcon leaders to make sure that they properly serve that prediction and that desire. Or, Lord Krishna forbid, they might interfere with it. It is all up to our leadership. It depends very much on how willing our leaders are to be trained, to be educated, to become more competent. And foremost, how willing they are to cooperate with each other. Srila Prabhupada several times warned us, if our leaders are not able to cooperate with each other, it has the potential to destroy what Srila Prabhupada created for all of us. So we are very grateful to Gopal Bhatta's team, other devotees who have created Sanga in order to bring leaders from all over the world together so that they can cultivate the mood of cooperation and exchange their realizations, their wisdom with each other. And this is exactly what Srila Prabhupada desired. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. And now I also have the pleasure to introduce you to His Grace, Gopal Bhatta Prabhu. This ILS, it's his brainchild. He's the chairman of the GBC strategic planning team. He's the co-chairman of the GBC Organizational Development Committee. He's also the convener of the GBC Nominations Committee, a committee that screens the top leadership before they become top leadership. And he has an extremely vast experience, both in devotional service and in the world at large. He was temple president in Los Angeles when Los Angeles was the Western world headquarters. He was temple president in Los Angeles when Los Angeles had 600 resident devotees. And then he got married, he has 4 children, he built a business. That business made him a millionaire, and then he again put his full attention to helping the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And this is the 5th edition of the ILS. I know, because I'm in touch with him very often, he has been tirelessly working to make this event a success. His normal day starts sometime at 1 o'clock, sometime 1:30 a.m. And for many days, he has been working on the schedule. He has been working on the different arrangements so that you can have a very pleasant and very fruitful experience. Ladies and gentlemen, His Grace Gopal Bhatta Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Kaunteya prabhu. I feel very honored and humbled to have the opportunity to speak with you. Thank you again, as Kaunteya prabhu, my colleague, did, in taking all the time to come to Sri Dham Mayapur to spend these 7 days together. Of course, we're in this space of 7 days. We have quite a good idea of what we'll be doing. You've seen the schedule, you've seen some of the seminars. You have a fairly good idea, actually, of what you'll be doing for the next 7 days, don't you? And now we start moving out into the future, and the further we get, the fuzzier it gets. So we have 3 primary purposes for you to embrace. And one of them is for you to deepen your ability to spend time now in the future. This is one of our purposes, to get everybody thinking more and more seriously about the future. Two years, 3 years, 5 years. But for the leaders of Iskcon, that actually is not long enough. In fact, you actually have to start giving serious consideration. How will you spend the rest of your life in devoting yourself to Iskcon? And really interesting, and this is expanding on what Bhakti Vaibhav Maharaj said. Part of the future is to go what you might call transgenerational. Look at your life right now. Who are you serving? If you're a family man or a family lady, you're serving your children. You may be in charge of a yatra, you're serving the devotees of that yatra. You may be a guru, you're serving all of your disciples. And what happens in life is you get absorbed in everything that's coming at you. But I'd like you to right now imagine that you are actually serving those Vaishnavas who have yet to arrive in Iskcon. And from a transgenerational point of view, you're serving devotees 100 and 200 years from now. And of course longer. Imagine those devotees 100 years from now looking back at this moment in time. What might they be saying? They could be saying, boy, they never straightened those issues out, did they? And it kind of hurt us for a long time. They could be saying, this group of devotees solved many of the fundamental problems that Iskcon had that caused the foundation of Iskcon to be so much stronger. And we thank them so much. So, this whole ILS is the future. We're going to go through the 7 fundamental illuminations of guiding Iskcon into the future. I'm going to bring them up on the screen and read them, but I'm not going to comment on them. Rather, we'll pause and we'll just reflect on them for a moment. This is a little bit of a group meditation, okay? What are the foundational principles which should form the bedrock of our institution? What are the foundational principles which should form the bedrock of our institution? How will we govern, protect, and guide our society as it continues to grow? How will we govern, protect, and guide our society as it continues to grow? How can we meld traditional values and sacred concepts from our Shastra with the need to remain relevant to the ever-changing society we live in? How can we meld traditional values and sacred concepts from our Shastra with the need to remain relevant to the ever-changing society we live in? The new leaders of our movement will come from various walks of life and multiple global cultures. How will we synthesize a cohesive and effective way forward? The new leaders of our movement will come from various walks of life and multiple global cultures. How will we synthesize a cohesive and effective way forward? The need to read and understand the intention behind Srila Prabhupada's direction is becoming more and more critical. How will we assure that the mood and objectives Srila Prabhupada enunciated in his books is preserved into the future? The need to read and understand the intention behind Srila Prabhupada's direction is becoming more and more critical. How will we assure that the mood and objectives Srila Prabhupada enunciated in his books is preserved into the future? How can we build a society that has healthy guru-disciple, family, social, and organizational interactions? How can we build a society that has healthy guru-disciple, family social, and organizational interactions? Our Iskcon has moved from a temple-based model to include vast numbers of congregational devotees. How will all future members become firmly grounded in Srila Prabhupada's teachings and be able to inspire others to do the same? How will our temples remain vibrant and our deities properly cared for? Our Iskcon has moved from a temple-based model to include vast numbers of congregational devotees. How will all future members become firmly grounded in Srila Prabhupada's teachings and be able to inspire others to do the same? How will our temples remain vibrant and our deities properly cared for? So, these 7 are in the packet that you received. There's a single sheet there. Sometimes you put things into the bags that you received and you look at it and you put it back in the bag. That should not be for this. This is something that throughout the day you should reflect on. And throughout the 7 days, reflect on these. So here's our primary goals for this ILS. Develop stronger future-forward thinking. We discussed this. Bhakti Vaibhav Maharaj introduced us to that notion. I added a few additional ideas. When you walk out of here in 7 days, you're going to be thinking more. You know, the mind actually has got some similarities to the muscular system. If you exercise, your muscles get a little stronger. If you exercise your mentality of perceiving and understanding and thinking of the future, you become more adept at doing it. Actually, you can look so much into the future that you start letting some of the past just fade away. The association of leaders is a very, very important aspect of ILS. This is the unique and only opportunity in all of Iskcon where leaders gather together to simply spend time together. Certainly the basis, or one of the basis of our movement is kirtan. And so we have kirtan melas throughout the world. And there's nothing to suggest that they are anything less than critically important. But this association, this Sangha, is specifically for leaders to spend time together. Some of you have friends that you're with here. I ask you, don't just hang out with your friends. Break through some of these silos. Spend time purposefully going out and meeting and introducing yourself to other devotees. Gain perspectives from them. Hear what their stories are. Create new friends from this association. A deeper commitment to Srila Prabhupada's mission. This is the third primary goal of the ILS. The beautiful thing about devotional service is that it can go deeper and deeper and deeper. The dedication that everybody has in this room is so strong, it's amazing. You have already given your entire life to Krishna consciousness. yet at the same time it in fact can be deepened. These 7 days are a period of time when that dedication to Srila Prabhupada's mission can be deepened. I'd like to just illuminate a little bit about this. Discipleship is serious business. A devotee friend knew that I was going to be leaving to come to Mayapur, and he sent me this quote. It's actually a purport. Srimad Bhagavatam 4:28-51. And we're going to read this in a little bit in the way that I was reading the 7, meditatively. Okay? A devoted disciple of the spiritual master would rather die with the spiritual master than fail to execute the spiritual master's mission. As the Supreme Personality of Godhead comes down upon this earth to reestablish the principles of religion, so his representative, the spiritual master, also comes down to reestablish religious principles. It is the duty of the disciple to take charge of the mission of the spiritual master and execute it properly. Otherwise, the disciple should decide to die along with the spiritual master. In other words, to execute the will of the spiritual master, the disciple should be prepared to lay down his life and abandon all personal considerations. Now, we're going to have a happy time, but right now we want to have like a serious time because this is serious business. Jai. Just keep it okay. Okay, so now we'll shift. If you could go to your bags and get 3 items out. The first one is the ILS 2020 Seminar Directory. The second is the document that's actually untitled, but it's called the Seminar Schedule. And that's where you have a 7-page document that lays out the 7 days. And the third is called Seminar Timings. These 3 documents are to be used in concert with each other. The ILS 2020 Seminar Directory, you have, if you look at it, and I'm sure that some of you have, you see in the beginning it's just a list. Every seminar is numbered. And then what you have is short descriptions and the presenter of every seminar. Seminars 1 through 75. Give me a moment. So there's actually 26, it could be 27 time sectors. Each day there's 4 sets of timing. 26, okay. So you have to pick one seminar, and unless you've manifested some mystical powers, you have to be in one place at one time. So it turns out that if you were to go and attend a seminar at every one of the time sectors, you would only be able to participate in 26 seminars. Yet there's 75 different seminars. Why do we do it like that? We want you to be able to, number one, vote with your feet. You like this one, you don't like that one, it's your choice. The broader choices we have to give you, the more satisfied you'll be. We could have structured it differently, give you 26 seminars and everybody just sit in this room, and that would be our ILS. This way you have much more variety. And of course, variety being the spice of life, it's also the spice of the ILS 2020. You have to choose wisely. Really understand all the seminars, take notes, figure out what's what, and then in some cases, because one is being given here and another one is being given there, you may choose to try to go to that one at some other time. Some seminars are being offered 3 times during the 7 days, others are 4 times, and there's some that are actually offered even 5 times. So you have to pick them. Notice on the schedule that on the top you'll see the venues, and they're all labeled A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. We did not use I, because people get confused with the number 1 and I, so we skipped I. This, of course, is our plenary hall. I think there's maps somewhere, or at least some directions, and, well, you'll figure it out. I mean, I don't know if there's maps, that's all. I don't know where they are. Okay, so that's what you're up to. Matching directory, timings, schedule, figuring out where you want to go, making choices, setting your own schedule in motion. Every day the plenary starts at 10 o'clock. And we'll have a 1-hour plenary every day, except for the 4th day, where we will have a special event, and that will be held in the Prasadam tent. Although once Prasadam ends, we'll come here, have a kirtan for a half an hour while they clean up the Prasadam tent, and then we'll move to the Prasadam tent to have a special event. We have, we have lunch every day at 1 o'clock, and we take a 2-hour break. So the afternoon sessions begin at 3:30. Is it a 1:30 lunch? Yeah, it's 1:30. I said 1? Sorry. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Yeah, 1:30, I'm sorry. So 1:30 to 3:30. Yesterday we had a meeting of the seminar leaders, and due to a number of circumstances, not everybody was there, so we're going to have a little bit of a redo on that, but we're going to do that for the benefit of everyone. One of Srila Prabhupada's disciples, Shruti Rupa Devidasi, was cooking for him for like 9 months. She told this story at the ILS 2018, or was it 16? I can't remember. So anyway, here she comes with Prabhupada's prasadam, and she's 2 minutes late. And when she walks in, as she's described this, he wasn't, you could just tell, he was not very happy. He said, "You're late." She said, I'm only 2 minutes late. He said, 2 days late. Now, Srila Prabhupada, there are so many stories of Srila Prabhupada being on time. Now, a certain amount of that made it into Iskcon. Generally speaking, our Mangala Aartis start on time. Generally speaking, the deity doors open on time. But there are other aspects of our Iskcon culture that we haven't yet figured out how to follow His divine grace in terms of being on time. And one of those things is coming to either seminars or meetings. Why don't we take the opportunity for everyone to get onto a Srila Prabhupada standard of being on time? Seminar leaders must start on time. Seminar participants must be there on time. Seminar leaders must end on time. Because if they don't, then the devotees who are participating in that seminar are now going to be late for the next one. And the devotee who is coming in to present in that venue is now waiting, and now that person isn't getting set up, etc. So let's make sure that we're on time. What haven't I covered? I think that's enough, huh? Is there anything else? I think it's good. Yeah, GBC members who have chosen to lead seminars there will be presenting only today, tomorrow, and the last day, as well as the afternoon on the 19th, the second to the last day. So pay attention to those seminars and make sure that you attend those if you wish. Every night we have an evening program. The evening program is specified on the schedule. Tonight we have a kirtan that starts at 7 p.m. It ends at 8:30. The seminar leader who's in charge, Lokanath Maharaj, is telling me that it's going to keep going until 9, so be it. Goes to 9. I think that's it, yeah. Yeah, so go ahead and let's bring Subhananda Prabhu up. And so we have a very special element of our ILS 2020. Subhananda Prabhu has been a member of the GBC strategic planning team for 5-6 years. As a professional, he actually is a professional in strategic planning. And for this last ILS, he experimented a bit with offering some consultative services, and that was very popular. So now what he's done is he's gathered together an incredible team. Subhananda Prabhu, can you come? Where's your team? Let's get your team out here. And so we're going to get this up on the screen. Introduce everybody. Tell us for a few minutes what's what.
Thank you, Gopal Bhatta Prabhu. Hare Krishna devotees. So we have a team of highly competent and qualified devotees, and they've all served in different capacities in Iskcon and National Council levels, as Vice Temple Presidents, personal secretaries of gurus, as ministers in the local yatra and devotee care. So they very much have an institutional intelligence to help you with your plans. So we formulated the strategic planning support, which is a unit directly under the GBC strategic planning team about 5 years ago under the blessings of the GBC. And the main purpose of that team is to assist the leaders globally with their strategic planning efforts via consultation, facilitation, education. And I guess the main message here is that we are here to serve you. And we've learned, as Gopal Bhatta mentioned, that 2018 we experimented offering some one-on-one consultations with the leaders. It was very well received, although we had lessons learned in that journey and realized that the effort that you put in your everyday lives of running your centers, your temples, and dealing with all the challenges, strategic planning is more like pushed to the side. So what we've done is we've modified our processes to make it more real, more relevant, relatable to you. And so at this ILS, we primarily focusing on trying to help you get better organized, be able to prioritize, deal with your challenges in a more effective and efficient way. And once you've got a stable platform, then we can move into strategic planning. The theorists in strategic planning say, if I just, common kind of language say that if your house is burning, you can't really do strategic planning. So we want to try to help you to put the house in order so that we can plan for a better future. So we have a team, Adi Kumar from Toronto. Hari Prabhu from South Africa. Hari Priya Mataji from South Africa. Smarari Prabhu from South Africa. And Sham Shakar Prabhu from Pune. We also have Sakshi Gopal Prabhu from India, who's in Mayapur busy with some other services. And 3 devotees who couldn't make it, Dhananjay Pandit from Italy, Radhika Radhika Dasi from UAE, and Achyuta Murari from Trivandrum. So they all are team members, and we are here to serve you. We have a team of 10 devotees. We're also looking at any other devotees out there that have some interest in strategic planning, who wants to do it in the yatra, so please join us, and we will actually train you on this. Yeah, so as I said, we are in booth number 34. The devotees are there waiting to serve you. So please come through. We have limited slots. Please come and register. We show you we can make a difference in. It's free. You want to charge?
I think we have so much expense in putting this on. Why don't we consider offering the opportunity to receive donations, maybe?
Yeah. So we have a really good brochure, a quick guide, which the team has put together. Please come through to booth number 34 and get a copy, sign up for a session. Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you all. Hare Krishna. All right, talk about our Chinese devotees.
Yes, I'll do.
Go ahead, and then we'll close it down.
Now, a special thought towards our brothers and sisters from China. You all heard about this coronavirus. And I'm very glad, I'm sure some of you have considered if to come or not. I'm very glad that you made the decision to come. The situation in this part of the world is under control. It's calm, it's tranquil, peaceful. But in China, many of our God brothers and God sisters have, first of all, they are prohibited to travel. They cannot leave their country. Some of them cannot leave their city, and many of them cannot leave their apartment. They are physically sealed within their apartments. And some of them, They only survive because they can buy food online that gets delivered to their building, and they pick it up with a long rope and a hook from downstairs. So that's how they are surviving. At the same time, the GBCs of China, Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Giridhari Maharaj, they informed us that they are managing Vaishnava Association through the internet. So they chant japa together, they have artics together, they have lectures together. And they requested us for a special recollection. I remember from previous ILS, generally they were in the back, a big group. Last time were 60 of them. 70 of them. Last time were 70 of them, crowding in the back, cheering, great enthusiasm, great energy. And somehow, this year, there are very, very few of them.
Yeah, but and just to insert, this year they wanted to really have very strong ILS, and so over 200 of them signed up. They all bought tickets, they all paid their fees, etc., and almost all of them are not able to come.
So we only have a few of them who were already here before this epidemics broke out. So if you see any Chinese devotees, don't worry, they're clean, they're healthy. So the GBC asked us to chant on behalf of the whole movement 3 times the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra as a support, as a prayer for not only the Chinese devotees who were supposed to come at the ILS, but for all the Chinese devotees in the country. Jai Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Now we have Gauranga Prabhu. He is very famous. Yeah, you know. And he will also present seminars. A special support that he gave to the ILS is contacting different potential donors. And so he ensured that some of the aspects of this event, which are not covered by your fees, are sponsored by devotees who want to serve all of you, who want to serve Vaishnava from all over the world. So he will every day, most of the days, introduce some of the donors, and we'll have a little token of reciprocation for them.
Thank you, Kaunteya Prabhu. So the first day of ILS, we are very happy to express our gratitude to Balaram Govind Prabhu from Madurai, and he is praying for the good health of His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj. And so the entire day's prasadam, breakfast, lunch and dinner, has been sponsored by their family. And on behalf of Balaram Govind Prabhu, I request Arun Prabhu and Priyadarshini Mataji, the son and daughter-in-law, to come forward, and Gopal Bhatta Prabhu to please gift them on behalf of all the assembled Vaishnavas as a token of appreciation for sponsoring today's entire day prasadam. Haribo! Haribo! Thank you very much. So if Devakinandan Prabhu, the global fundraising minister, is asking how much is the prasadam sponsorship, so we have $5,000 or 3.5 lakhs Indian rupees as the prasadam sponsorship fees. And if anyone is interested to do in the next few days, you may please contact me anytime during the day. Thank you very much.
Actually, I'd just like to add an additional pitch. The ILS, your fees that you pay cover roughly one half of the costs of this event. With all the Chinese devotees not coming, we are down $35,000 actually. And so usually the ILS runs at a loss. From 2012 all the way through to today, we had one donor that was always covering all whatever, however far short we were. Usually it was between 30, 35, sometimes $40,000. And now we're even more down. So Gauranga Prabhu is in charge of donations. Please contact him. Where did he go? He's over there. If you have anything in your heart that says, oh, we should donate some more, please do. Okay.
Hare Krishna. So this is the plenary for the first day. Again, most welcome and a great best wishes for all of you to take the most advantage of these 7 days together. Now you can take that. Some of you may have already decided where to go. You can take a few minutes to see where you want to go next. The first seminar starts at 11:15, so you have 15-16 minutes to get there. So thank you very much, and only for the appropriate ashrams, happy Valentine's Day. Hare Krishna.